watch the film?
It seemed to work. It felt good. Whenever I come to Toronto, when I'm on tour, I come to Toronto, it's always like some of the best shows in the whole world, actually.
Oh. I bet you say that to all the Canadian cities.
We always add shows in Toronto.
Well, Toronto, we want your questions. We've got about 15 minutes to take questions from the audience. Yes, sir, in the stripes. Oh, we have a microphone that we'll pass around to you so that you can be heard.
Hey, thanks to the movie, really enjoyed it. How come you didn't deal with the natural part of the hair after you'd covered so much of the industry in black hair?
You mean the natural?
Like natural locks and natural wearing women hair.
I mean, we had stuff like that in there, but, I mean, when we shot the movie, all of black hair is covered in the stuff we shot, but you know, it's got to be entertaining, you know what I mean? And, you know, let Soledad O'Brien do the locks movie. Like this, I mean, that'll be on the DVD, just for you.
Who's got another question? Can we get a microphone up there? This young lady, or where's our other? Do we have a microphone? Okay, very good.
That was a great movie. I thought it was fantastic and entertaining, and I loved it. As a kid, I used to go to an all-black hair salon where I had my hair straightened because my mom wanted me to have straight hair, and it hurt like hell, and I hated it. And you know, it wasn't until college that I just let it do what it does. And it always bothered me that women would pay so much money, and you know, so I think that the scene that really got to me was this kids in Santa Monica High School where they're talking about going in for a job interview, and you know how there was this stigma. You're not going to really be able to get a career or a job or whatever unless you conform to this. And I know the film hasn't really shown a lot of places, but have you gotten any feedback from young black girls about whether this is something that they're thinking about, or just like their thoughts on just letting their hair be the way it is?
I mean, hey, the movie's only shown at like film festivals, so it's not like a lot of young black girls. But I'll say this, in doing the interviews, the younger the women that I interviewed, the less hang-ups they had on their hair. And the more free they were about their hair.
Yeah, I mean, the older that you get and the more you see the response that you get from the more intricate or expense you put into your hair, the more it starts to feel like something that you've got to upkeep and, you know, just keep improving upon. Yeah.
Yeah, the kids, I don't know. I'm actually interested in see how the younger audience will respond to it.
Chris, I heard that you took this film, or you showed us a section of this film at the Bronner Brothers show this year in Atlanta. What was that like?
Oh, they were so happy. We were happy. We were like, wow, somebody paid attention to this. I think there's been attempts at getting the Bronner Brothers like a movie of, you know, of something of that show on film for a long time. I think there's, you know, there's bad versions of this on the internet all over the place. But they were just happy that somebody cared and took their time and, you know, treated it like art. When people initially heard I was going to shoot the Bronner Brothers show and do a movie about hair, their first thought is, Chris Rock's going to make fun of all these people about their hair. And when the people, you know, the Bronner Brothers people and just black women in general saw that I came at it from a place of just respect, they just love it.
Take another question. Can we get this gentleman here a microphone?
Well, you can say it there. Good thing you got that mic.
Melyssa, you being a successful black woman, have you found that like having good hair is very important? Like, for instance, you like do like videos. Like, have you ever found yourself not having good hair and not getting a job, or?
Has hair affected your films and roles that you think you are up for?
Well, actually, I made just a recent decision to, you know, just wear my natural hair texture as a, you know, other than braids, just because I like to do cornrows every once in a while. But my natural hair texture is very, very, very tight curls. It's a humongous afro, and I mean, I've just kind of embraced it. I got off the creamy crack about 3 years ago. But yeah, you know, I mean, I always did have those concerns about just proper presentation of my hair versus its overall health. And its overall health is what, you know, eventually started to take precedence over it. So, you know, when the situation comes, I'll figure it out. I'll get a boar bristle brush and some gel and slick it back into a ponytail. That's always the, you know, tried and true method to taming it.
Right here.
Hi. Hi, welcome to Toronto. And I was just wanting to know that, do you believe that your film will redefine the attitude towards natural hair? Like in a positive way, because as the media portrays Black beauty in terms of women needs, what have you, but do you believe that this film will impact natural hair, natural beauty in a more positive light?
I think this film will...
You know, the way Fahrenheit 9/11 got George Bush out of office.
Precisely.
Exactly, yeah.
Is that your motivation?
You think, no, I do not think this movie will get women off the creamy crack, no. It's a drug, it's
Was it a motivating factor for yourself?
Excuse me?
In terms of, sorry, was it a motivating factor to inspire you to do this film because of your children and your concern about the direction you may go in the future, or?
Yeah, my children were a motivating factor. It's weird, I had the idea, even before I had kids, the idea hit me. I was in Atlanta years ago, and I just happened to be doing stand-up the same week as the Bonner Brothers show. And I always thought, then I ended up going and seeing the show, and I always thought that should be a movie. And then, you know, years go by, and I have these daughters, and it kind of like sparked it again. But, you know, I'm trying to, you know, try to shed light on something, show people something they haven't seen, and hopefully they think it's funny and informative at the same time.
It's brilliant. Bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This woman right here, you can just stand up and say without a microphone.